It was challenging developing something that could change your life and our world because first I had to accept that it had happened, and then I had to deal with the fact that other people wouldn't accept that that it had happened or that it would work. But I'm telling you that it has. And it's just been so surprising because I felt maybe when I was a kid that that may be something I would do. You felt that as well, that there was something you were meant to do that was going to make a big difference in the world, or you were going to change something or create something or become wealthy. Or all of those things were correct. All of those things are what you're meant to do. And I know that now. But see, I had to develop something that was going to get me to know it so before I could give it to you. But that's what I've done. So I'm telling you, you'll see this a little bit later. I sat down yesterday and I was guided. I said, this is a powerful day today. And so Wilhelm, my guide, said, put something together to give it to them. And so it's called Jan January 16th, 2025, the day your life and world change. Change happens when we decide to move from one place of where we are into another, and that is acceptance of who we are. It's each of us. Nobody has any more than you. It's just how much you're going to accept about yourself. And that's what I had to do. And then, because we don't think things are possible, I didn't think it was possible either. And then I looked to see, well, what was the message I was given tomorrow? And I looked, and it was about self-acceptance. That's always the solution. I haven't done that fully, so that's what I guess I'm doing tomorrow. Because it was challenging to think that I'm sitting down and receiving information and guiding my life and healing things and creating things and all of that didn't didn't make sense. But that's what happened. And I did a video. I got up this morning and Wilhelm said, channel something for them. So it's about 13, I don't know, 17-minute video. I did that. And it has a presentation that goes with it. And so you will see all the messages that came through on January the 16th from 2009. They're cycles in our universe, cycles in energy. And surprisingly, what happened as I've been doing this since 1989, I tapped into cycles of the universe and the energetic changes, and that's how I healed. And that's why I had messages for people that I would meet. I couldn't believe that. Didn't make sense. You probably won't believe it either. But I'm going to give you something later, so look out for it. I know, I've been through everything. I'm saying this because I just want you to know. So it's not about I know that at some point when this gets out there, it'll be really make a lot of money. That was never what I was doing this for. In actuality, when I first discovered that I had it, I tried to hide it, and I went broke for like 5 years because I said I need to know. But then when my body started healing and kept doing it, and all the things that came up, I said I can no longer hold back. Several years ago, people come to me and they kept these marketers would come to me. That was the first place it started. And they would say, because they can say, how can we get this out there? Because they kind of had a sense of what it was. But I didn't even have a sense of it then. I didn't know. I had to, it was shown to me. That's why the last several days I've been putting together all of these messages and never knowing that I had accumulated all of this information. And even in the channeling session, Wilhelm would say, we've given you an encyclopedia of personal development, self-actualization, and ascension tools. And I think that happened because I'm ascended. I healed in ways that are really kind of surprising to me. But I'm saying this and I'm doing this now because I've got to talk about it a bit more. No one has understood who I was or where I came from. That's what's happening. It was just really this kind of, we had to suspend our disbelief. Even my family, they didn't know. I didn't know either. You don't know either. It's always something that's within and it develops. And it's the same thing for our world because we're looking at it now and we're saying, well, what's going on? And then I was told it's all energy. And if we change the energy within us, we change the world. And we have that power, except we don't believe it. And that was the other thing that came out because Wilhelm would say all the time, we've given you everything that could change your life and change your world. And the only problem is you won't believe it. And you will find that that is true for you. The thing that you are given to do in this world, you'll have difficult time accepting it or believing it because it's always out there. You got to go for it. Why else would you be alive? But then there comes a time where you have to come into acceptance. And I guess that's going to be for me now or tomorrow, as that message said that I was given last year. I'm saying that because that's how I received everything, which was challenging. It was precognitive, but it doesn't matter. You will get value from it. I was doing a little research, a little discovery on with using artificial intelligence because um, I will put together all these messages that Wilhelm had given me, and then I discover it was aligned with energetic changes in the world. How could I have known that? You will find that there'll be things about yourself that you will discover that you could not have known and you probably won't believe because that's how we evolve as humans. Each person, we come in to do something new, and so it's going to be different for each of us. And sometimes it's like becomes too enormous for us to accept it. Well, I'm going to start accepting now because I got no more time. 74. And so I'm going to be, I mean, I'll be 75 in November. And people say, how are you so young and vital? I said, it's because of the work I was given. And I can say all those things to you and you still won't do it because that belief is what's really challenging. And you'll hear that in the video a little bit later today. But I just want to tell you today, if you're feeling anything, there are energies moving, there's stuff that's happening. But I'm saying that it's the best time for you to decide to own who you are, to love what you are and what you've come to the world to offer. That is the one thing that was so difficult for me because I know that you look at yourself and you can't see the value. You're looking at your mistakes and you're looking at all your failures and all of that. That's why I put out the thing about failure yesterday. It never happened. And I can tell you because I know. I can't get you to believe it though, because it took a while for me to believe it. So I do understand that. But I'm going to leave this with our world because I want all of us to know we can create something very different where people are accepting of one another and you are loving yourself and prosperous. And that's the work that I was given. See you soon.